Hello everybody, Adrienne here, and today I'm coming to you with a Best and Worst product review for the month of November 2017. There definitely has been no shortage of products for me to place in a Best and Worst category, as I have been doing a massive amount of shopping due to the fall season being one of the best seasons for me to pick up eyeshadow palettes and all kinds of products that work well for my skin tone. So I have been shopping like crazy, but during some of these hauls I've come up with some best products already, and one of the first products that is a best for me came from a Fall Makeup Revolution haul, and I will post a link to that video right above, and it is the Makeup Revolution Pro Hygiene Sanitizing Solid Brush Cleanser. This product I had wanted for about 11 months now and just never taken the time to order it, and finally I put it on that massive haul that I did, and I am not sorry that I got this product at all. This is one of the easiest, best brush cleaning products I've ever gotten. I don't know how well you guys can see this. It's a clear to white solid brush cleanser. I'll put it up a little closer. I don't think it's going to come into focus any better than what you're already seeing it, because it is kind of a clear consistency. But how this brush cleanser works is I took one of my brushes like this and I just ran it under the faucet with some warm water and got it a little bit damp, and took it and swirled the brush in the solid brush cleanser like this. And it starts to look like it's got a little bit of product on it, but it's not foamy, soapy. But when you go to touch it like this and squeeze your brush to work the cleaner through, and I rubbed it on the palm of my hand also, it lathers slightly, not a bunch of bubbles that are hard to rinse out, but it takes me on average 30 to 40 seconds to clean one brush with this solid brush cleanser, where when I would clean my brushes before, it would be with shampoos, and the shampoos, by the time I got enough shampoo in my brush to get it to lather and cleanse the brush, I would be rinsing and rinsing and rinsing that brush, and never felt like I completely got all the brush cleanser out of it. So that would make me never want to wash my brushes, because I would spend sometimes 3+ minutes on one brush trying to clean it, and the sink would be a mess. It would just take forever. I've even run out, depending on how many brushes I've had at a time. Actually, one time I ran out all the hot water in my tank. I had so many brushes and it took forever to get all the soap out of them. So this is definitely a product that I will be repurchasing. I think it was less than $8. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I think this product is going to be around for a long time, because I'll show it to you again. But I've washed brushes in this 3 different times and I've hardly put a dent in it. And the thing that's so convenient about it is because it doesn't make all that mess and everything cleans up really quick and easy. Even if you only have 1 or 2 brushes that are kind of a little bit dirty, to me it feels like no big deal to take it to the bathroom and just clean it real fast, because I'm not going to have a big mess to clean up. So I have been loving this product. Only thing you can see is like where some of the foundation is seeped into the product around the outer ring, but it always looks clean and brand new when I get done with it. So this is definitely a love for me, and I'm so happy to have something to where my brushes aren't so gross and I don't have to worry about whatever's growing on them. And the next best product for me for the month of November are these lashes from Vegas Nay. I think it's Allure or Allure that makes them, and it's the Grand Glamour lashes. I can't show you the actual lashes because I am wearing them now on my eyes, and I've been loving these lashes for the past month for recording videos. I will say that and I'll show you the back of the box because it has a picture of the lashes on the back of the box. They are extremely dramatic. Like, I would not wear these lashes out in the regular daylight, and I don't even know if I would wear them to a nighttime event. Like, they really are just doing the most. But I'm loving them for recording. The first time I wore them, though, I didn't like them at all, and I thought I wasn't going to use them at all. And the reason why I didn't like them was because the lash band is extremely thick, and it was really stiff, and it was so molded to the plastic container that they were in that I couldn't get them to stick to my eye at first. Trying to get it to relax enough for the band to lay across my lash line was very difficult the first time I wore them, and they were very uncomfortable, and it felt like the lashes right in the corner here of my eye were going into the eye because they were still so formed to the plastic packaging. But after I wore them the first time, they looked so good that I couldn't help but to try them again, even though they were extremely uncomfortable. And the second time I wore them, I fell in love with them. And They help your top liner to look darker because the band is so dark. I really like these lashes a lot. And I can't remember how much I paid for them. I know they're under $10. I want to say like $6 or $7 or something. I purchased them at Ulta, but I have seen them at Walmart also if you want to pick them up from there. So that is my second favorite product for the month of November. And my third favorite product for the month of November, I showed you in a product haul, I think in the middle of October. So I've been using this product for almost 2 months now. So I feel like I can comment and have some good things to say about it. And it is the RoC Retinol Corrective Sensitive Eye Cream. I picked this up at Ulta. It does come in a regular formulation that's not for sensitive eyes. And I wanted to start out with the sensitive eye one because I know retinol and Retin-A products can cause irritation with the skin, and especially being around the eyes. I didn't want to start out with the strongest product, so I got this one first. And I can tell that it's working. My eyes around skin around the eyes have been a little more sensitive, especially in the outer corner where you get the crow's feet. It just feels like when I use the rest of the retinol products on the rest of my skin, and it feels a little tender, like maybe you've got a little sunburn, just a slight irritation if you manipulate your skin too much or rub around the eye area. But this has been totally tolerable. I can only put it on the underneath of my eye right here, and I do that in the morning and the evening, twice a day. So I don't put it on my upper eyelid because it is too irritating, and I think when I'm sleeping it tends to go into my eye and makes my eyes puffy in the morning when I wake up, and it's irritated when I go to put on my eyeshadows and things like that. And it's not really necessary for me to put it on the upper eyelid because all the places that I wanted it for the anti-aging benefits were on the under eye anyway. But I can totally tell that this is improving the crepiness, the crepey skin around the eyes. The last month I have been able to bake underneath the eye, and I haven't been able to bake in I don't know how many years because of the crepey skin. All the powder would settle with the concealer into the fine lines, and it looked horrible up until I started using this. And truthfully, I could tell the difference within a month of using this product, that it was helping with the fine lines and crepiness. I can't wait to finish using the rest of the tube of this product. I think when I go to replace it, I will continue to use the sensitive one. I don't want to bump up to the next level of product if this one is producing results and my eyes are not sensitive. I really want to save the stronger one for in case my eyes are not responding as well to this product. I'll have something to bump up to. It's just kind of a bummer that Walmart doesn't seem to carry the sensitive skin when Ulta seems to be the only place that I've seen it so far. I'll keep a lookout for Target and see what they're charging for it if they have it. I know it's like, I think I paid $21 or $22 from this from Ulta, and the regular strength one at Walmart is $15 to $16. So it's quite a bit more expensive buying it from Ulta. But if this is a product that you want to try, a retinol eye cream around the eye, I would definitely recommend that you spend a little bit more, even if you have to purchase it from Ulta, and get the sensitive skin one and see how you're going to tolerate it first. But this definitely has produced visible results for me, and I see myself using this, and unless I have some kind of problem with it, I'm probably not going to stop using it because I never thought I'd be able to use some of the eye products that I've been able to use lately. So this is the RoC Retinol Complex Sensitive Eye Cream again. And now that I've talked about those three favorites, there are some three worst products for the month of November. And the first one that I have to bring up, I am so sorry that I have to put it in the worst products for the month of November, and it is the Shea Moisture Raw Shea Butter Body Lotion. And I typically love all their lotions. They're very hydrating to the skin because I have extremely dry skin in the winter, and they're very moisturizing, and they have such nice natural ingredients in them that I like to try to use these because I feel like it's better for the skin and the body. But they put so much fragrance in this lotion because it's got frankincense and myrrh in it that it takes my breath away at this point now that I'm using it. And over the last few months, I've had quite a few problems with asthma flare-ups, and this throws me into a full-blown asthma attack. Even if I just put it on as a hand lotion, I have to get up and wash my hands immediately. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I have a little more than half a bottle still left in here, and I'm not going to be able to use it because the fragrance is so strong in it. And I thought that I would give it to my child because his skin has been getting super dry now that we're in the winter season, and he would be able to use this, but I warned him that it was heavily fragranced, and as soon as I unscrewed the lid and had him smell it to see if he'd be able to tolerate it, he didn't want anything to do with it because it's that fragrance. So I guess I'm not going to be able to use the Shea Moisture body products because my system's just not tolerating all the heavy fragrances. And it's very disappointing because those are some good quality products. The next product that was a worst for me for the month of November came from Wet n Wild, and it is this ombre blush in the shade Purple Haze. And this is what this looks like. Hopefully the color is showing up somewhat. I'm going to open it up so that you can see it without the plastic giving a glare on it. This, I don't know why they called this a blush. I will go ahead and swatch the darkest part of it because it goes from pink to a purplish shade. It ombres into that different color. And I'm going to put this swatch on the back of my hand. It's very creamy and pigmented, but that is not a blush color. If anything, it's like a purple highlight. And of course, a purple highlight on my skin, something that's light and powdery, it just looks chalky and ashy. And I wouldn't even bought it if it would have said, you know, highlighter. I wouldn't have been interested in it at all. But I thought, oh, maybe this will show up pretty purple. It's not a bad product. It's just not a blush color, and it doesn't look good on my skin tone. But if you really take a look at this, this is a pretty highlighter for someone who has the right skin tone for it, that can wear these lighter shades and it doesn't look ashy on them. So that's a no for me. And for the final worst product for the month of November, it is Pixi by Petra that I purchased at Target. It is a Sunset Mattes palette, and it's an all matte palette, and I'm going to go ahead and open it. I do love the packaging. It is a heavy-duty, sturdy plastic. It doesn't feel cheap at all, and it comes with a little sponge tip applicator that I'm going to go ahead and sit down, but I bought this to expound on some of the other palettes that I have, and I picked another Pixi palette up that I'll be reviewing sometime in the future, and I thought this would be a welcome addition to that palette for some other mattes to add to it. But this palette has no pigmentation whatsoever, and I am going to go ahead and swatch the colors, and I'm rubbing really hard in this palette, and I rubbed really hard the one time that I did wear it. It took me forever to build up enough product out of the palette to use it, and I've rubbed really hard in this palette, and this is all that I've picked up so far pigmentation wise. Now I'm going to go ahead and swatch it next to that Wet n Wild blush on my hands, but as you can see, some of the colors just disappear, and for as hard as I rub, there really isn't much pigmentation here to this palette. And now that I've swatched those, I'm going to go in and swatch the other three, and even this darkest shade here where you would think I would get some payoff, and I'm really rubbing hard in that dark shade. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch this on the other side of the purple so you can see. But this is the type of color payoff that I got for that. And across the knuckles right in here, that's where that darkest shade is. Let me set this down and put my hand behind so make sure it comes into focus as good as it can. But there's no color payoff there. And I really rubbed in those palettes hard. And like I said, when I did wear it the one time, I had to blend and blend and blend, and there was no color payoff. As far as this palette goes, I would not recommend it to anybody, even a fair-skinned person. I don't think that this palette is worth your money. I think you would have to work too hard with the palette to get a color payoff, and it's just not a good quality shadow palette. But there's definitely no shortage of products coming up in these best and worst categories over the next few months, as I have been doing haul after haul the last 2 months. So I have so many palettes and things to go over for you guys that I cannot wait to keep you updated on some of these products. But I hope that this best and worst video gave you some ideas about some products, whether you like them in your collection or not. But thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. You'll also want to hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so YouTube notifies you every time I upload a new video. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.